What's up, pile drivers, our fans, all 6 of you?
Yeah.
You love us. Welcome to Sit Down and Pile Drive, the best wrestling podcast on Color Circuit.
Because it's the only wrestling podcast on Color Circuit.
Wow. Way to be the Marty Jannetty of that.
Damn. That's harsh, dude.
I came in hot. I came in for the hot tag, and instead of no. You have to hear this.
Down low,
you have to hear
so
this.
we
I'm
can hit
sorry.
in the middle.
I gave you gold. I came in for the hot tag, and your comeback was consisted of punch, and then they kicked you in the gut.
Cassidy. Orange Cassidy just like.
That's not fair. He's still the best part of. I mean, aside from my lady coming out, he's the best part of Joey Janelle's Spring Break too.
No, he's just the best.
Oh, I love it. All right, welcome guys. Welcome to the show. I'm Connor.
I'm Connor.
And so last week. We were supposed to upload a Hell in a Cell review.
Was it a good one?
Spoiler alert, we liked it, but the episode itself was riddled with tons of technical difficulties, and some things were said that we all know weren't meant. And it's cool, and we're all good, but there is no video. We crisp and wad it. It's gone. It's gone. All right, we murdered its family.
Holy shit. Damn, son.
All right, guys, welcome. Today we're going to be talking about the Mae Young Classic. It's probably not going to be like a super long episode today.
Cool.
We're going to be talking about the Mae Young Classic. We're going to be talking about some news in professional wrestling. And
then
not
much.
There's not a whole lot, no, but we are going to complain about the Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
That PR nightmare that's bound to happen.
Yeah.
But somehow banning women got Shawn Michaels to come out of retirement to wrestle.
Like, fuck, no women. Woo!
All of the money they were going to use to pay the women on the show went to Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
We can't confirm that, but
allegedly.
It's probably true.
Yeah.
So we'll be talking about Shawn Michaels coming back to WWE to wrestle, and if there's any possibility, we're going to see any dream matches. I'm not so sure myself, and just some general wrestling. All right, you want to?
Hey, Connor.
Yes, Griff.
Hey, what'd you watch this week?
Not a lot of wrestling. I let myself down. I did everything I could to get into the 205 Live. It was a great match. I'm not going to take anything away from Gulak Alexander match. Yeah. And even the TJP match was really good with Lince Dorado. I liked it. It's just like the last... those crowds suck.
They're the worst.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. If 205 Live gets canceled, I don't know what they're going to do.
Well, they should just incorporate it into like Raw or SmackDown.
No,
or NXT, but I feel like
I think
it'd be better on NXT, but I feel like the meaning behind it wouldn't be.
I think I mean hindsight's 20/20, but I definitely think they shoehorned 205 Live. They just they forced it without thinking it through. They were like, "Oh, show up for the cruiserweights."
Yeah, they could have done like this. Yeah, hindsight, like you said, but they could have easily have done like what they do in the UK title. And have the Cruiserweight title be like defended on the Indies, and then maybe at big shows NXT show up at WrestleMania. Kind of like do it like a little like it's a traveling belt.
And I think that was a Vince McMahon decision.
Yeah,
like we're gonna bring the Cruiserweights on Raw.
Yeah,
kidding. I think honestly, they should be above brand.
Yeah,
I think if you split them between Raw and SmackDown, they'd have more, and then 205 Live just be essentially be a hub for them to.
I would have much preferred if they just did the Cruiserweight Classic every year.
I agree.
Instead of having like the title, have it be the trophy, and whoever wins it one year is re-entered the next year, kind of like idea. Right. I think that would have been way more interesting. It would have had because there was so much buzz behind the Cruiserweight Classic, and that's why they did the show. Mm-hmm. But they just so killed it.
Yeah, and I mean. They're doing their best, and
the matches are fantastic.
They've made a lot of progress in terms of like the in-ring product. Mm-hmm. I mean, like
let them do what they can.
It's been nice to be without Enzo fucking Amore. It's been like what a shock. Although unfortunately, that stupid piece of shit fucking brought in ratings. Yeah. I probably shouldn't call him a piece of shit, but I just did.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah, I don't care.
Anyway, so. It's kind of, I don't know what you do with 205 Live. It's just like, I don't know how many more times you can have them wrestle in front of like mostly empty seats.
Well, for me, I've always said this to you, and I've told you how I've always wanted to like go in depth into it. But I feel like the concept of cruiserweights, or even I'll be that on the other end, juniors, is an archaic kind of idea, because like athletes in general have been getting smaller in all sports.
Yeah.
And like the fact that you're like you're pigeonholing all these wrestlers into cruiserweights, it really like diminishes their value.
Right. No,
because like 5 years before Daniel Bryan came in, he's a cruiserweight, but he came in, blew up, huge. When you put something like a cruiserweight division, that's why I didn't work at WCW. It was like the best part of WCW, and it worked for the time.
Yeah.
But the reason why I didn't like succeed and like make stars, like I know the stars were made after they left.
Yeah.
But like in the division, it didn't make stars, is because you're putting this like glass ceiling above these guys. That's just a cruiserweight.
Yeah.
Being small is bad.
I think that was. I think that problem became very obvious with Austin Aries. Because you and I both know that Austin Aries can be a fucking main eventer if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Like if he wanted to be, especially in the WWE. And Neville was killing it. Neville deserved way more than the cruiserweight moniker.
Exactly.
Because Vince, like I can't say Vince McMahon, but creative definitely I think treated it like
an afterthought,
like an anchor keeping cruiserweights down. Like Mustafa Ali, I would argue, has one of the most is one of the more compelling baby faces in the entire WWE.
You throw him on NXT and let him build his own fan base through there.
Yeah,
he would have been huge.
Like I'd love to see him in an Intercontinental title match.
Right.
And there's no reason they couldn't do it.
And they're kind of doing with Leo Rush as like a manager, but like the concept of him being on Raw. Like he should be on Raw.
Yeah,
like
no, I
he
agree.
makes sense there.
Like why the fuck?
And people were like, "Well, where's the believability?"
It's wrestling.
It's it's wrestling, and also that's the job of the people in the ring to tell that story.
Like I'm sorry, why the fuck is Drake Maverick the manager of the Authors of Pain?
It would have been cool if he had like a suit.
Yeah, if he was like a young Paul Ellering.
Yeah.
Instead, they have him dressing. I am fully ready to blame that on Vince McMahon.
Oh, that's 100%.
That was a Vince Mc. Like before they went out, Vince McMahon was like, "Wait a second,
the brain's thinking."
Dad, don't do it. Don't do it, Dad.
Ah, fuck you. And he just does it anyway.
You're gonna look like the Authors of Pain.
Yeah. Roger Strong did it. He looked great.
He looked okay. He looked fine. I forget whenever I watch that match. I'm like, oh yeah, he wears that the whole match.
He probably thinks it's cool because Kurt Angle got such a pop when he came out dressed up like the Shield. But that was just funny because he just comes out of nowhere and all smiling.
I know.
Like he like his son asked him to play like
Kurt Angle's like
Cops and Robbers with him or something.
Kurt Angle will always be Kurt Angle, but Kurt Angle's at that point where it's like I don't really take wrestling. I don't take.
Yeah, I don't think he did take wrestling seriously. Yeah, I'm not gonna put my.
He
own
takes
foot in
the
my
in-ring product seriously, but you can tell he's like he's having fun. Good for him, Kurt Angle.
Exactly.
But
yeah, 205 Live. I think the concept of just cruiserweights and juniors in general is just it's a bad idea. Like look at New Japan's cruiserweight division; it's got 4 people.
Right.
Like it's literally 4 people. You know, they switch people in and out, but they're usually a part of tag teams and stuff like that. And like I'm really curious what they're going to do with the best of the Super Juniors this year.
They don't really pay much attention to a good chunk of those cruiserweights.
Right.
Like Lucha House Party, like thank God they're luchadors. They have the mask that's instant like attention.
Yeah. Kids are like cool colors.
But so we're bagging on 205 Live a little bit, but
I'm not bagging on 205
the matches
Live,
like the Alexander Gulak match was great.
Right.
And then I watched night 3 of the Mae Young Classic, and I finally got like my holy crap, that was a great match.
Yeah.
Matches.
You were
like
waiting for that. They like jam packed this episode. They could have spread this
I can't
out.
think of a bad match. Like the Caitlyn Kavita defeat, but the story was Caitlyn came back, so it told that story.
Yeah, that match was like this is not this is not bagging. I'm saying that match was designed for clicks.
Yeah, I was surprised by. So we'll talk about it.
Yeah, okay.
But Xia Li surprised me, and then I watched NXT.
NXT was great.
They gave that Ricochet Pete Dunne match a lot of time.
Well, yeah, it was supposed to be like I think in making the match they were like takeover quality match,
pretty much,
which they like to do every once in a while.
Oh, it was good. Like top highlight match for me this year was that match. It was really good. So I watched that, and other than that, I mean, I don't know. This was a busy week.
Yeah,
I didn't watch any PWG or anything like that.
Yeah, well. I'm just counting down days till Bola comes
I tried to watch the mixed match challenge.
Did that start this week?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Ember Moon is Braun Strowman's partner.
Yeah, out of everybody.
That's weird.
They could have put him with Nia Jax. And it would at least make
sense. Is she in it? I don't think she's in it.
She's not in it. That's why I'm saying, like, they could have went, like, Team Little Big to Team Big Big. You know, something dumb like that. It could write itself.
Right. I don't know. I'm just not into it.
I did a predictions thing on Reddit for the Mixed Max Challenge.
Who do you got winning?
I have AJ Charlotte winning.
Yeah, probably, especially with Alexa Bliss and Braun Strowman no longer being the...
I figured the finals will be those two versus... I forgot who. I had someone else.
Yeah, trying to... It
wasn't Miz and Asuka, because I thought they would get a couple defeats this year now that she's not undefeated.
Right.
Because they kind of wrote themselves in a corner with that.
Yeah, they did.
Because who are the teams? It's Charlotte.
It'll be Carmella and R-Truth.
Carmella and
No. R-Truth's the most...
R-Truth
is the most entertaining person on the main roster.
No, I think I said they were literally there to lose every match.
Yeah.
Build up people's stats. Maybe it was... I might have had Braun and
Who's
Ember.
Balor teaming with?
That's who it was. It was Balor and Bailey was my other two.
It was, okay.
Yeah. That's who I had.
I like that pairing.
Yeah.
They
should have been it last year.
When Balor was NXT champ and she was NXT Women's champ, and they did that.
You know what? Actually, it might have been. I might have had Kevin Owens and Natalya going far.
That's like first round elimination.
Well, that's not how they're doing it. It's a round robin.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what that is.
Round robin's like New Japan G1 Climax.
Oh, point
Everybody
system.
Fights everybody.
Okay, all right.
Based on points, yeah.
Speaking of New Japan, let's get into it. So we didn't watch Destruction, but we're going to go over the results and talk about what we did watch.
It's hard to keep up because there was 3 Destructions.
And I don't have $30 every month. Yeah, like $30 is going to WWE Network every 3 months.
I just paid for the Ring of Honor Club for a year.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where all my money went.
Nice.
I try to watch it as much as I can.
Yeah, and like I'll watch it with you.
Yeah.
I watch highlights. I make sure that I don't miss what's going on. All right, full results. And I'm going to probably butcher some of these names.
Oh, you want me to read them?
No, I got it. I need to learn.
Okay. I'll correct you if you
What's this name? Yota Tsuji?
Where are you looking at?
Right over here. Below are the full results. These are brought to us by Wrestling Inc.
Yota Taji?
Yota versus Yuya Uemura.
That's the Young Lions. Nobody cares.
Oh, fuck them.
That's literally the pre-show match.
Boo. All right. Roppongi 3K took on Shota Umino and Rin Narita.
I don't know who those guys are.
I don't either, but
I think one of the guys is the guy who's been like killing it from another dojo they've been kind of teaching.
Roppongi 3K won.
Of course.
Yeah. Jushin Thunder Liger and Tiger Mask.
Versus,
which I'm getting super into Tiger Mask.
Tiger Mask is dope.
Defeated El Desperado and Yoshinobu Kanemaru.
Oh, so they're probably going to be next in line for the junior tag titles because don't they have the junior tag titles right now? Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, Kanemaru and El Desperado I think have the junior titles right now.
Oh God. Okay, here it goes. Hiroyoshi Tenzin, Satoshi Kojima.
Say Tenzan. Just say the last names because
Nagata.
As
Nakanishi.
No, you're right. Nakanishi.
Defeated Makabe,
Hanma,
Taguchi, and Yoshida.
Yoshida.
All right.
Yoshida or Kushida?
Yoshida.
Oh, I don't know who Yoshi is.
Yoshida. Chucky T and Beretta defeated Killer Elite
Best
Squad.
friend. They beat him?
Yeah.
Oh! That means they're getting a title shot,
Chuck
man.
Taylor's going to be killing it in New Japan.
Dude, they're getting a title shot because they said it was for #1 contenders.
I'm just excited because that means Chuck Taylor is going to be talked about.
Yeah, people are going to talk about it.
Yeah, instead of just, hey, do you watch PWG? No? Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, he's been in Ring of Honor, but nobody really watches Ring of Honor.
Right, exactly.
That's the problem with Ring of Honor is like nobody's really a star.
He's sticking with Okada.
Oh, you think Chucky T is?
Hell yeah.
We'll talk about it. Because I have an idea, so we'll talk
Jay White, Yoshihashi, and Will Ospreay defeated Juice Robinson, David Finlay, and
Taguchi?
No, Toa Hinari.
Toa Hinari,
Ooh,
yeah.
I did it.
The funny thing is, that's actually a Samoan name.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he's the guy who's like comes out with the face paint. He's been getting beat by Fale.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
a Fale student.
Mm-hmm.
So he literally is just getting his ass whooped.
Fale seems like a scary man.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
He's all scared. But yeah, Toei. I forgot his last name. I'm sorry. He's all right. You know, he's kind of just getting his feet wet.
Right.
You know, there's a lot more like better Australian wrestlers that I think they can bring in, but I think he's just a student learning like how to wrestle on a bigger stage. Mm-hmm. So that's my guess from it.
After that, Tetsuya Naito, Evil, and Sonata defeated Minoru Suzuki, Zack Sabre Jr., and Taka Michinoku.
Yeah, because I think they're setting up Naito versus Jericho at Wrestle Kingdom. There's the rematch. Yeah, even though I wanted to see Suzuki versus Jericho. Because they're like old-timey friends and stuff like that. I would just love to see it.
It seems weird that they put the title on Jericho just to do nothing with it.
Well, they have the U.S. The U.S. title's been kind of filling that role.
Yeah.
You know, so they have so many titles I can deal with.
Yeah, they honestly have more titles than WWE.
Yeah, they do. And, yeah, really, they're not needed.
Yeah.
The U.S. title was more of a gimmick. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets retired in a couple years.
Right? Like, I think they introduced it so Kenny Omega could have a title.
Have a title at a time that they didn't want to give him a title.
Right.
Right.
Which, I mean, like, Okada was a great champion, so it's, like, hard to complain.
Yeah, and the story they were telling about him having the longest reign and most reigns and stuff like that, you can't really give it to Kenny at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
But, whatever.
Kushida defeated Bushi.
You gotta say Kushida, like, with, like, exclamation points, because they
Kushida!
Because they put, Kushida!
Kushida!
Because it's always spelled with caps.
Yeah, damn.
It's never spelled
defeated
with
Bushi!
Bushi does have caps.
Yeah, it's all caps.
Oh. Well, Bushi! Whatever.
Point is, Kushida won.
Yeah. Oh, so he's moving on to the finals of the junior tag tournament. Probably face Ospreay, so Kushida Ospreay. And then the winner will probably get the title and face probably Pac or whatever they're going to call him. They should call him, they're going to call him freaking Adrian King, dude. That's like the best name. It writes itself. He's King of the Cruiserweights, Adrian Neville, Adrian King. Calling it right now.
So you are definitely saying...
Oh, it's happening, dude.
Neville's going to
If
New
it
Japan.
wasn't happening, they would have had this tournament conclude at Wrestle Kingdom.
Fair enough. That's a good point.
Like, why wouldn't they have the finals of this take place at Wrestle Kingdom?
Well, he's going to join the firing squad.
No.
Did you see Tongaloa at the NXT thing? he's okay.
Oh, you mean Camacho?
Yeah, Camacho.
Yeah, Camacho's all right.
Yeah.
He's funny because he swears a lot. Fuck, shit, fuck, shit.
I think it's a
That's
crutch.
Great. No, I loved it. It was so fucking funny that time because they were just like the commentators are just because it was when Carino was still a commentator.
Oh god,
and he's just trying not to laugh.
I love it.
He's laughing his ass off when that happened because I think that was Wrestle Kingdom 10.
I love
it was
Steve
so
Carino.
damn funny, man.
Him and Joey Styles are my commentators.
Oh, dude, Kevin Kelly. No, Excalibur and Don Callis.
Joey Styles and Steve Carino. I'm like, that's what I want my rest. After that, Hiroshi Tanahashi, with his right to face Kenny Omega at Wrestle Kingdom, on the line, took on Kazuchika Okada, the Rainmaker. You know, my mom's supposed to text me. She got me some T-shirts for my birthday.
Oh, nice.
One of them, and I'm proud of my mother. I'm proud of her for this. When I showed her the T-shirts, the first words out of her mouth were, "That Okada shirt looks cool."
Is that the one with the tongue?
No.
Which one?
It's like it's just Rainmaker, and then it's like.
Oh, and it's his like outline.
Yeah. She's like, that looks cool. I'm like, good taste, Mom. Good taste in wrestling shirts.
I like Okada. I wouldn't put him anywhere near my favorite.
Oh,
he's great. I'm not taking anything away from Okada. But if you're talking about like Connor's personal favorites,
no, I love him.
Right.
I love him. If him and Session Moth Martina were hanging off a cliff and I could only save one of them, I would think about saving Okada first.
Yeah, okay.
I'm saving my lady. I'm saving her.
Yeah, we all have personal tastes, you know?
Yeah.
Like my favorite wrestler, Aleister Black. Not everybody's favorite wrestler. Kind of ripped his nutsack, but I don't know how much better that makes him at kicking, but he's going to be super flexible after this.
Probably, yeah.
He's not going to have a nutsack.
So Tanahashi won. He defeated Okada. He's still going to be taking on Kenny Omega at Wrestle Kingdom.
Right.
Unless Jay White, the Switchblade.
The story's already there. It's new versus old.
Yeah.
But
it's not. The road is not going to be easy for Tanahashi to get there.
Why?
Because he's got a no longer young lion, full-fledged wrestling character who's learned from the Randy Orton school of promo cutting. That when you cut the promo, never stop talking and always move your head no matter what. Because when he came, so spoiler alert. He attacked everybody.
Spoiler alert, we're just going over the card.
I know. So he
either watched or you didn't.
And then he goes to do his press conference, and I just loved it because he's like, looking everywhere. I'm like,
Yeah.
just look at one camera.
Yeah.
Cut a promo.
No, he's trying to get everybody to breathe in the Switchblade, which
Right,
I
right.
don't get, but whatever. It's Japan.
Well, I feel like that would, if he's like spoken to one
Dude.
camera directly,
Yeah.
like that would be more effective.
Dude, I was playing. I don't know how many people out there played this, but I've been playing Fire Pro.
Yeah.
And they have the story mode where you go through New Japan, and every time they introduce a new character who's a wrestler, they go through their like what their name is, what their catchphrase is. Because I don't speak Japanese, I miss these. And it's so damn funny, man. You know what? You know, they said freaking Tanahashi's. They're like, and he gets the crowd behind him by saying his signature catchphrase, "I love you." I was like, that's it. That's all it is.
That's no hustle, loyalty.
Yeah,
Respect.
I was like, that's your go-to phrase.
You can't see.
I
me.
love you. We will say love wrestling together and stuff like that. Like that's like the whole thing is because at least in my playthrough, he's my mentor. So like it's like my whole thing is one day I'll be able to say I love wrestling with Tanahashi. I was like, all right,
Yeah, you need to find a better mentor.
yeah. I guess it translates better in Japanese. But
So
all right.
after the match, Jay White comes out.
Ooh.
He beats up on Tanahashi for a little while.
Okay.
And then he goes and he beats the crap out of Okada.
Boo, Okada. Boo.
I was barely paying attention, but Yo, I think, came out to
No, it was Yoshihashi.
Yoshihashi came out to fight him, and then he fucked up Yoshihashi.
No, Yoshihashi freaking tripped and smacked his head on the goddamn ring.
Okay.
And knocked himself clear out, but he was stand up and was ready to go, and he was gushing blood.
Oh, fuck.
Like gushing blood. It was like if Titus O'Neil happened, but it wasn't funny.
Yeah.
That's what happened. But he's okay. He's apparently Dave
Yeah.
Meltzer has said that
That's
like,
good.
he's fine. He's up and talking. He's fine. He might have gotten a little concussed, but
So then Gato comes out
took a big
to stop Jay White from attacking
Yeah.
his beloved Okada, and I'm sorry, like he gave it away immediately.
Oh, dude, the motherfucker comes out in all black.
Well, not even that. Like that's only like if you're like a wrestling fan kind of stuff. Like when he takes the chair, he gets it ready, and then he's like he just kind of backs away, like he just gave it away. It's like when
I remember in the GIF he swings the chair like a dipshit.
yeah,
Like he like overhands it like a softball.
yeah.
And it just looks like oh.
And so Gato has turned his back on Okada.
Yeah, I feel
He's
like
now supporting Jay White.
I would have
the
done this
cousin
a little
Oliver of
different.
Chaos.
I would have done this a little different. And I think where they missed out is you know how like last month they had Okada say I don't want him to be my manager anymore.
Right.
Don't do that. Just had him turn on him. It would
Yeah.
have been fine. Everybody would have been way more shocked. Because like after he did that, I'm like, okay, we're waiting for someone to turn on someone.
Yeah.
You know. So
So
that's about it. That's like quarterback. Like
Probably
Monday
get-
morning quarterbacking that.
probably going to get Okada versus Jay White at Wrestle Kingdom. That
Probably.
seems to be the direction they're going.
They're
with
probably
that.
going to split Chaos because Chaos is huge.
Yeah.
And it seems like they might be wanting to go more of the smaller, and that's why they have like the firing squad and stuff like that.
As long as Chuck Taylor's with Okada, I'm good.
All right.
That's all I care
Well,
about.
who do you think's going to be? Like, do you know all the members of Chaos?
Vaguely.
So I can,
There's a
I can
lot of
name-
them.
Yeah. So Okada, Jay White, Ishii.
Oh, Ishii's going with Jay White.
You think?
Oh, hell yeah.
Goto.
Jay White's going to need muscle.
Yeah, Goto.
Goto goes with
Yoshihashi,
Okada.
Sho Yo, Rocky Romero,
God damn.
Chucky T. Well, I don't know if Chucky T is officially Chaos, but Trent Beretta's Chaos, and then
I think Chucky-
Gato and Jado.
I think Chucky T would count as Chaos.
Yeah, so if you put 5 in each, you have probably Yoshihashi, Okada, Roppongi 3K, and Trent.
Yeah.
And then Chucky could be on the outside like he always is. And then on the other side, maybe you have Ishii. Oh, but you have to have Goto with Okada. Maybe not. I don't know. Because Goto was kind of like the traditional warrior.
Yeah.
Like, he would stick with his loyalty. So I don't know. I don't know who would go with who. Maybe it's everybody versus Okada.
Damn.
And Okada does what I thought might be. I didn't say this on the podcast, but I told you in a text. Joins LIJ.
That'd be pretty sweet.
And then the story could be about how like Naito doesn't want to give up his power, but he understands that there is no leader in LIJ.
Mm-hmm.
And then that'd be kind of a cool alliance.
First match, Okada versus Chuck Taylor. Okada murders Chuck Taylor.
No.
Yeah, he
No.
he takes his head off with a Rainmaker.
He's going to have Rainmaker switch up Soul Food. Dude, we'll talk about it later, but in the Mae Young Classic, they called Mia Yim's
Soul
Eat
Food.
Defeat the Soul Food. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh! no, they actually called it what it's named after.
That's great.
Yeah, man, it's like Michael Cole heard what I said because he was starting to name moves and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like, literally everything I said. Because I was like, man, it sucks that he doesn't know moves. He says, wow, that did damage. He took her down. Wow, what a big stiff hit.
Speaking of which, let's go over the Mae Young Classic.
You want to go over that?
Let's do it. All right. So,
all right.
This was an excellent episode of the Mae Young Classic.
I feel like this they probably should have taken one match from each of these and threw like one of the 3 great matches, put it on the
I agree.
The other 2.
You had Caitlyn versus Kavita DeVee, Xia Li versus Karen Q, Toni Storm versus Jinny.
Yeah.
And a fucking excellent main event between Mia Yim and Allison Kay. Holy crap.
Yeah.
I loved in the opening of the Caitlyn Kavita DeVee match, Michael Cole referenced her season of NXT.
Yeah.
And then we had to he had to go, I ridiculed those girls.
Damn.
It's funny to look back at the women's evolution and remember, remember that one time where they had an all women's NXT, but Michael Cole just crapped the all over it.
I still can't get over the fact that one time it was hilarious in the moment, but looking back, it's so awful. He had the coal mine. He stood up. He's like, "This is just a bathroom break match." So everybody was nobody cares about the divas.
I stopped watching when they did like the talent competition thing. And Michael Cole hit the gong just to end the whole segment. And I was like, this is insulting.
Yeah.
This is fucking ridiculous. Yeah. So I thought it was funny when Caitlyn comes out. They're like, hey, Michael Cole.
He pulls the collar and he's like, ugh.
She looked great.
She looks great. Yeah.
Kavita DeVee, I think they're doing something with her.
I said this, and this is not meant to be like bad mouthing or anything. It's smart. I think this match was designed for clicks.
Yes.
You know, because like they mentioned in it, like it got 26 million views because India likes wrestling, but they don't really have that many people to go towards. She got that click. Then you put her with Caitlyn, who people are going to be clicking on because it's Caitlyn.
Right.
You know, she's coming back. So I feel like this match was designed to be clickbait.
It was a competitive match.
Yeah, it was all right.
Which I mean, it wasn't like a technical masterpiece or anything like that. Yeah. But you know.
It was what it was.
It wasn't bad.
She didn't take it out second round.
Yeah.
Who was she facing again?
Caitlyn.
Yeah.
Caitlyn won with the spear. Her spear looked pretty great.
They announced who she's facing, but I can't remember who. Mia Yim.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't want to compare and contrast spears, but I'll take Caitlyn's spear over Roman Reigns' spear any day.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just because we're salty.
Yeah. I was saying Roman spear is more of like a hug.
I thought. I mean, good for Caitlyn. I don't know where she goes from. Here.
Yeah, I think this might be a one and done.
Yeah,
show up at Evolution and then one and done.
The Serena Deeb approach.
Yeah, kind of. But I don't think she'd be a trainer or even like a promo teacher or anything like that.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she might be they could probably bring her back.
But like, she could be like a lifting coach or something.
Yeah.
No, I think she has enough success outside of WWE. Yeah. This might have been just like a closure kind of thing. Like I want closure. I don't know, man. Put her back on
Royal Rumble
on SmackDown
appearance
or something. You can put her on SmackDown. I don't know.
Well, as much as I'd love to see her wrestle like some of the women today, like I'm not dying for.
That's where I'm at too.
And Caitlyn, you know, like she was my wrestling lady for a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Her
ring name was unfortunate.
Yeah, I gotcha. But no, because I remember she was supposed to be like not her supposed to be, but the original person was supposed to be the Amazon. What was her? I don't remember her name, but she was like 6'8".
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, but then she did some nudie pictures, and people got flipped their shit.
I heard, I think the story is because she was also supposed to debut on Impact. I just don't think she was. I think the story goes she wasn't very talented in the ring.
No, yeah, I never said she was, but she was giant.
Yeah,
she was literally 6'8".
I think she was like hurting people. I think that was the thing.
Okay.
After that, we had Toni Storm returning for her second Mae Young Classic.
She's going all the way, dude. I'm telling you,
all the way.
She's
taking on Jinny.
Jinny, dude. Okay,
Jinny
is the
crap.
best. Progress Women's Champion.
They need to sign Jinny.
Yeah, she's in the UK division. So if that's pretty close to signed.
Yeah, but
signed Toni Storm is.
She's a fucking star.
Oh yeah, dude.
Holy crap.
Yeah, and her gimmick is it's familiar yet different.
And she's a fucking good wrestler too.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
Like to me,
trained by Jimmy Havoc. Yeah, I'm not joking.
She's got the whole like diva shtick, but she can fucking wrestle.
Yeah, she's like the Devil Wears Prada.
Oh, she's great. No,
not the band.
And that was a great story. That was a great story they told because Tony Storm's like super rock and roll and stuff like that. Like and
they've wrestled each other a million times. That's the cool thing about these tournaments is they like to put people together who were familiar.
Yeah.
To showcase both, and that's kind of what happened in the main event. It's happened in this match too. But man, it was good.
It was a really good match. I enjoyed it. Tony Storm won with a Tiger Bomb.
Man, everybody does a Tiger Bomb now. Why can't she do the Dude Buster?
I thought it was weird that they replaced her finisher. I thought it was weird. I was like that.
Well, of course they can't do her real finisher, which is a pile driver.
Yeah,
because we sit down and pile drive.
Right.
But then she started doing the Strong Zero, which is the crunchy or the Dude Buster.
Yeah.
Trent Beretta's move. Why can't they do that?
Probably concussions or something like that. I would imagine. I don't know. I mean, I like the Tiger Bomb. Whatever.
Yeah,
it's not a huge deal.
Literally, someone else on NXT does that move in the UK division.
Yeah, I thought it was funny that Michael Cole called it a Tiger Driver. I'm like, no, it's Tiger
Driver.
No, Michael Cole, Tiger Bomb. Learn your moves, dude.
Yeah.
Driver's neck, bomb back. Dummy.
Well, the thing is, Jushin Thunder Liger calls it the Tiger Driver.
Yeah, but
even though it is a power bomb. That's why it was the Tiger Driver 92, which is the reference.
It's like calling a standard. It's like calling a standard cutter an RKO.
Whatever. I think he was getting as close as he could.
Yeah, well, I'll take it. At least he's not going.
The one
vintage.
you're thinking has also been called the J Driller.
Yeah.
The Tiger Driver. Whatever.
As long as he's not saying vintage Tony Storm, we're good.
Yeah.
After that very great match, it got a ton of time too.
Yeah.
Karen Q, who is pretty freaking great.
She's really good. I was really surprised.
Taking on return Xia Li.
Can I just say, this was the most hype fucking match.
Oh, man.
Dude, I was so damn hyped.
I forgot
like, they're straight up going to do Kung Fu.
I forgot Xia Li was in the match. I wasn't looking forward to it. I was like, oh, yeah, Xia Li.
I was kind of like, this is kind of racist. They're putting the two Chinese people next to each
other. Holy crap.
I was like, if they're going to do Kung Fu.
They should have kept that match a strikes only match.
Yeah,
because that would have put.
I don't
think the crowd would have. I don't think they would have been able to handle it.
Oh, dude, it was so dope because I was like, oh, they're not gonna shake hands, weird. And then they bowed to each other, and I was like, oh,
and then
shit.
they strike a pose.
And they literally did Kung Fu, and I was like, fuck yeah, dude.
It was surprisingly good,
dude. It was hype. I stood out of my chair and went, this is real, dude. This is so fucking hype.
I'm not crazy about that Xia Li finisher though.
What did she do? Oh, she did a kick of some sort.
Yeah,
right?
So like the opponent, it's like a curb stomp, but it's like an Inzugiri.
Oh yeah, okay. It's kind of like a Low Key's kick.
I'm not into it. Probably because I'm not into Low Key.
That's true. Low Key's cool though.
Is he?
I mean, he's not cool, no. But he's a good
Low Key on paper is cool. Yeah. After that match, we had your main event, Mia Yim
versus the Big D. I was trying so hard.
They let Allison Kay get away with so much.
They're like, it's like Detroit, the Big D.
Yeah,
Detroit.
Hey, Kay don't play.
But, dude, that was so fucking funny. Their promo's like.
I mean, I think when she's like one of my main inspirations, Brickhouse Brown, I was like, wow.
Brickhouse don't play.
Because Brickhouse don't play, and neither does AK.
Neither does AK. Which I never thought about the AK part of her name, and I'm like, oh, that works.
Yeah, it works. Yeah, I like her.
And I like how they called her, like, that's why they called her the Serena Psycho or whatever.
I don't really see how she's a savage.
Savage, that's what it was.
Cena the Savage.
I think it's because she is savage. Like, she does savage things. Like the pinky in the mouth.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. That's kind of savage.
I mean, I guess.
And also savage can mean, like, throwing a lot of, like, good puns or shit like that, you know? Like the glasses and the
like the pinky bit was really cool. I liked it. I love when Mia Yim goes to chop her and she hits the barricade and then she grabs her hand. Like, no, I was impressed with Allison Kay. Yeah. I thought she did a great job. Mia Yim was fantastic.
Yeah, I think she needs to get a belt though.
Yeah,
like the whole match, I was distracted by a lot of the match because every 5 minutes she had to pull up her pants. I'm just like, man, girl, get a belt.
Get a belt. At least the diet's working, right?
I guess, but. I was saying like that's a bit whatever, but like just because she kept pulling up her pants like a lot.
Yeah, no, I mean I didn't.
Whatever.
I didn't notice that. It was a really good match. So it's gonna suck that Caitlyn gets eliminated.
Oh yeah, she will be, dude. Mia Yim is probably gonna make it to the semis.
So I think all we have left is Yoshirai.
Zaya Brookside still needs to wrestle.
Yeah, well, they wrestle each other. The Jessie girl, who I'm
apparently she's really good.
You know what? I'm willing to let her grow on me.
I gotta see it, but like from what I've heard, like from other like podcasts or whatever I heard it from, she's pretty good.
I hope so, because that was not a good. I used my athleticness to make up for my clumsiness.
Yeah.
Yikes.
No, I'm like, if she did like drunken boxing, I'd be like, fuck yeah, dude.
Instead of just stumbling.
Jackie Chan's like drunken boxing style, I'd be like, cool.
No, she's gonna be adorkable.
Yeah, adorkable. And who else? There's more.
A lot of like Japanese wrestlers that I'm not very familiar with.
Oh yeah, the was it the woman assassin
Matsuya Miyamoto or something like that.
Yeah, what was her, the Lady Killer or something?
Lady Killer, yeah. Lady Godzilla.
Lady Godzilla, right? Her. And I feel like we're missing a huge chunk of people.
Look it up. I'll look it up.
But no, yeah, I think next week I'm just waiting for my girl, dude. I just want my girl. Yoshirai, man.
Yeah.
Oh, she's so good, man. Like, I'm just afraid that WWE's not going to let her be as good as she is. But they've let Kairi be really good. They let Asuka be good.
Kairi's been
so I'm excited to see it because I've said a million times over and over, her match with Pentagon and Lucha Underground is fantastic.
In order for Yoshirai to be great, she can never go to main roster.
She needs not that I don't know how good her English is, but if she had a manager, maybe like a lady manager, like freaking Sakamoto.
Oh, here we go. Here are some of the people we have left to see. We still have to see Tainara Conti.
She sucks so bad.
She's not very good.
Oh man, no. I'm sorry. Oh, she's so bad.
I know when you try to tell me that when you tried to crap on Vanessa Borne, I'm like, no,
dude.
Conti's bad.
Conti's really bad.
She's learning.
Sure. We'll go with that. It's been 2 years.
We still got to see Isla Dawn.
Isla Dawn, she's good.
She's pretty good. Nicole Matthews.
Got to remind me who that
Rachel
is.
Evers.
Oh, Rachel Ellering. Hell yeah, dude.
She's pretty good.
Rachel Ellering's fantastic.
Yeah, Hiroyo Matsumoto.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think not Miko. Who else?
I know Zaya Brookside's gonna face Yoshirai.
Yeah, and she's gonna lose.
Oh, she's gonna lose, but she's gonna look good.
Probably. I
don't think they brought her in to job, and her dad like runs the place. So I don't think they're gonna let her job. I think that's gonna be their go home for the first round.
Yeah.
Because remember how last year it was Tessa and Kairi?
Yeah. Look how good Yoshirai is, but how about that Zaya?
Yeah. Like, hey, is there interest? Anybody?
I think she's young.
She's young enough that she can get more experience out in the indies. Maybe put her in the UK division just as like a not contracted, like Ginny is. Something like that. But yeah, Zaya is very, very cute. She's a little cutie.
She is adorable.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to next week just because Yoshirai's gonna murder Zaya. Nah, she'll be good.
All right. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
It's this Wednesday, and then we can move on.
Yeah.
We can move on to the next round of the Mae Young Classic.
God, I wish they just did it in bulk.
I agree, dude. It's such an investment.
Because I can just take a weekend and just watch it and be like, all right, cool, that was fun.
Yeah.
And then we can do an episode about it and not be weird like how we're doing it.
I wish High Spots would release content faster. Like, I get it, but
it's licensing stuff.
I know. It's ridiculous. There should just be one hub for streaming shit. And
there should just be one $9.99 for everything wrestling.
Yeah, exactly.
WWE, independent, whatever.
Well,
Japanese.
Hold on. I'm willing to pay $10.99 for WWE and then $10.99 for everything else.
Yeah.
Like, come on, New Japan.
Yeah.
That's what Billy Corgan should be focusing on. You hear me, Billy?
What, streaming service?
Yeah, streaming service that encompasses
Billy Corgan's
all of wrestling.
channel?
The Corgan Show.
The Corgan Show.
I'm with Elon Musk, and we're going to say, despite all our rage, we're still just rats in cages.
Oh, okay.
Let's say it. All right.
No, I'm William Corgan. Thank you.
I am the president of the National Wrestling Alliance, and despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage.
Okay. And I don't know if you know, today was the greatest day ever.
Smashing Pumpkins are great. Tonight.
You ever listen to Zwan?
No.
His other band.
No, that sounds.
Oh, they're really good.
Okay.
They only did one album.
That story was nice. I was like, oh, they sound bad. They're good.
No,
okay,
they're good.
Cool.
It's ZWAN.
So we got Evolution coming up.
Cool.
A big momentous step forward for
women. Not to cut you off, but god damn it, how close was I on that fucking match?
You were pretty fucking close.
I said Trish and Lita versus Alexa.
You were pretty
and
close
Mickey,
on that card.
And they're literally doing Mickey versus Lita, Trish versus Alexa.
I don't understand why it's
fuck?
Cool. It's not.
Whatever.
Yeah. No, you were pretty close. I was shocked. But so after this momentous historic event for women, we're going to be harshly reminded that WWE is a business and business comes first. And $250 million to put on a show in Saudi Arabia where women are not allowed to wrestle is still going to be happening when WWE unleashes their network special, The Crown Jewel, in Saudi Arabia.
I know if you went back and listened to our podcast, I said, like, it's a wrestling company. They don't really need to make a political opinion.
It was not their place.
Putting it so goddamn close to Evolution, like within weeks, is almost a spit in the face. In my opinion,
I think it's definitely a spit in the face. I don't think it's very intelligent on their part.
No.
I mean, they have to do it. They signed a contract.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar is going to make probably way too much fucking money to do that show.
It's 7 figures, but that's like the minimum.
Yeah, and Shawn Michaels is apparently they made him an offer that he could not refuse, and I'm like, yeah, it's probably Brock Lesnar status.
To compete in one of the most boring ass matches. I don't want to see fucking Shawn and H versus Undertaker and Kane. Spoiler
alert: Shawn Michaels is coming out of retirement. The WWE has confirmed it, which means that Super Showdown match is probably going to be no contest.
Or he's gonna cost him the match.
And
then Undertaker's like, I need to.
I don't see that happening. I think
they're not gonna do a bunk finish in Australia. If it was like a backlash or something, yeah.
Well, they need to set up. They need to set up.
I'm telling you, if you just have Shawn Michaels cost Undertaker the match,
but Kane's
then they
there.
set it up. Kane's there, so he has a broken foot.
He's the mayor.
How is he going to wrestle? He has a broken fucking foot.
They'll figure it out. It's
if he comes out, he has Finn Balor as his partner.
If you think D-Generation X versus Brothers of Destruction is not going to be overbooked as fuck, you're living in a dream world. But he literally is wearing a
freaking boot because he has a broken foot.
It's not so. It's a bummer because it's not like these are going to mean anything. You're not going to see any drastic title changes at this thing, and it's going to be this horribly political event.
At the Dubai show?
The Crown Jewel?
Saudi Arabia show?
Yeah, it's going to be icky levels of just like, here we are in this foreign country.
I might not watch it, honestly.
I don't think I'm going to. I'm going to watch Super Showdown.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Have they finalized the card? Maybe we can do predictions for that?
When is it?
I think it's in like a week.
Really?
Yeah, it's coming up.
Super
WWE... Their product might not be great, but they're killing it in terms of like always being around.
Yeah, that's true.
That product is so fucking oversaturated.
Yeah.
Which I think is part of its problem.
We got the Wikipedia page. Let's see if they say anything. So it is on the 6th of October. So we got like 3 weeks.
No, because it's the 24th now. So it's next Sunday or next
2 weeks.
Yeah, it's in 2 weeks.
So the matches they have announced, they have 10 matches already.
I think that's it. I think that's,
you want to just do predictions on that?
Yeah, let's do predictions on that.
Fill out this. Yeah. So
how do you feel about Shawn Michaels coming back?
I would much rather face people I want him to see.
Yeah.
Than Undertaker.
I think, and I've been thinking about this all day. I think the reason we are not going to get a Shawn Michaels AJ Styles match is because Shawn Michaels sees things from a backstage point of view.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever listen to him talk about like his creative ideas and stuff like that regarding professional wrestling, why like in Europe he took the European Championship off of Davey Boy Smith and stuff like that. And honestly, like looking back on it, the only time I think the European Championship ever really mattered is in like moments like that.
Yeah.
And so Shawn Michaels, I mean, it sucks because Shawn Michaels was right about a lot of things.
In the 2000s. In the 90s, not so much, man. You ever hear the story of how he buried PCO?
No.
So basically, Kevin Nash was Diesel champion at the time. They did a lot of local promotions, so like they were coming to Quebec, and they had guys who were on the roster from there kind of promote the show locally. And the big thing is whoever the local guy will face the champion.
Right.
And it usually ends, and most times, in a fuckery kind of finish.
Right.
You know, that way they can get the reback. So when they come back again, you think maybe he'll get the title this time.
Mm-hmm.
They were planning doing that. PCO, Pierre Coullet, who's a part of the Quebecers at the time, he was going to get the shot at Diesel. And the plan was fuckery and that. But then Shawn Michaels basically came in and said, no, you're the champ. You're gonna fucking win. And they basically went up to, I think Vince McMahon said, like, we're going to starve him. For for cash and stuff like that. And basically burned any bridge that Pierre had.
Well, I mean,
WWE.
Again, okay, let me rephrase then. I think more
Shawn Michaels was not a good person.
He definitely was not.
No.
But I think more often than not, some of his his ideas worked. You know, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say that a lot of his backstage politicking was great, but you know, he was right. Like they were right about, Shane Douglas.
Yeah. And
a handful of other people that I'm sure thought they were going to.
I honestly think out of all the clique, he was the one who antagonized everybody. And gave them the bad name.
For sure.
And it's like not taken away from who he is.
And probably Scott Hall. I think Scott Hall might have.
Yeah, but it sounds like from every story I've heard about Scott Hall, he was super chill and laid back. And he literally gave people ideas, and he never wanted the world title.
He should have won it, though.
No, he thought he's already over. He doesn't need the title.
So anyway. So I think one of the big reasons, and I still think it's pretty bunk reasoning for it, but I think when they did that AJ Styles, Shawn Michaels, and Shane McMahon,
you talk about the
table for three?
Oh, the table for three,
where they kind of talked about. Oh, it was Kevin Nash.
And
Shawn Michaels explained it how. AJ Styles, Shawn Michaels match on paper sounds great, but, I'm not going to come out of retirement just to lose.
Well, he doesn't have to lose.
And if I win, it doesn't make you look good.
Why?
And then there's no build. There's not enough
for
time.
that match.
Yeah.
But if you start now and build to it and have AJ lose, AJ can take a loss. It's AJ Styles.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I would like to. I mean, I would love to, as long as there's like a handshake at the end. Then
that's all you need, or too sweet.
That would be pretty.
That's what I'm saying. Sweet. It makes sense. Like you don't need to have AJ win.
So you're not excited for Shawn Michaels' return?
No.
Yeah. At least not. At least
too little, too late for me.
At least not in this capacity. Like if he was coming back to face somebody
who we dreamed about,
like a Samoa Joe or something like that, or. Really, fuck, I'd take Baron Corbin.
No,
like, hear me out. I want to see Shawn Michaels return to something I can give a shit about. I don't give a shit about this Triple H Undertaker match. I don't give a shit about D-Generation X versus Brothers of Destruction.
I just feel like the match itself could be a seller.
Like, to be fully honest, I didn't really care about Daniel Bryan, Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. True. I was just happy to see Daniel Bryan back. So with me, like, it's not necessarily who Shawn Michaels is facing. It's what's going on and what's the story, especially if he's complaining about not enough build for an AJ Styles match. You're going to come back for a throwaway nostalgia act to ruin the end of an era thing.
I stand on
and
I'm like, I don't give a shit. Like, he's come and gone. He's had his run. If he's going to come back, give us something that we want to see him in. Give him a reason to come back.
It's too early to predict, but it's not. I doubt we're going to see anything revolutionary from a D-Generation X Brothers of Destruction match.
No,
and I'm not even talking about seeing them like debut new moves. I'm just like, what's going to be the story?
Yeah, the story's going to be the same, but I can just see them building Shawn versus AJ. At a WrestleMania marquee match, as a match that people will pay to see,
like Rock versus Hulk Hogan
or some shit like that.
Yeah, no,
like I'm saying, like this could be the match that people who don't really watch WWE would be like, "Oh, Shawn Michaels is facing AJ Styles."
Right? That'd be that.
Yeah, people are like,
"Take my money."
Yeah, it's like one of those things where, like, if you kind of know about wrestling, You know who AJ Styles is, and you know who
You
Shawn
definitely
Michaels
know
is.
who. Yeah. No, and I mean, shit. If he took on Samoa Joe, that'd bring eyes.
Yeah, but I feel like the match people really want to see is him and AJ.
I want to see him versus anybody, really. Daniel Bryan especially. Like
Shawn?
Yeah, there's a built-in story there.
That's another one there, but I feel like that's too on the nose.
No, and Daniel Bryan's taking on Miz.
Yeah.
For sure.
Right.
For that title.
Yeah, I think it's cool just to see the parallels between Shawn and Bryan. I don't necessarily need to see them wrestle.
Yeah, no, I get your
AJ
point.
is literally this generation's Shawn. And I know it wasn't too long ago that he was a part of this generation, but I'm saying like from a skill, character, they're essentially the same person.
Right.
Like they're different for their eras, but they're essentially the same person.
Are you excited for my career mode?
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Not my career, the Daniel Bryan.
Oh, showcase mode. Yeah, showcase modes are fun.
Yeah,
it's a good way to get a couple hours out of the game.
All right. So after this, we'll do Super Showdown, and then we'll call it a night.
All right, cool. Sounds good.
What do you think WWE and Impact officials were talking about at their meeting that happened?
I'm assuming it was to get AJ Styles footage so they could make a DVD.
Right.
Because they can't just put all his matches in WWE because it's all on the network.
Yeah, no, I gotcha. So in case you did not hear, WWE and Impact seem like they're trying to create some sort of mildly working relationship together, if anything, just to get the tapes of the Eric Youngs, the Samoa Joes, and the AJ Styleses of the world.
That makes sense.
Because they have a whole entire section of careers, like Kurt Angle, for instance.
I would say it's smart because A, it gets eyes on the product. B, it can give them some income if they license it.
Oh, yeah.
And with all this money coming in from WWE, they can afford to pay a little license to get the
agree.
footage. And it would give people who don't know who, like TNA, because there are people who don't know what TNA was, give them backstory of why people love these characters.
Yeah, and it creates an entire other world of wrestling that people may not have had access to.
Yeah.
Like, I know for myself, well, I've never been crazy about Impact Wrestling. At one point thinking it was the worst wrestling promotion in the world. And I was pretty accurate. I was pretty close. It was definitely always like an alternative, sometimes not a great alternative. Sometimes,
But then there was a time where it was the best.
Oh yeah, and that's the time like we, if WWE could get their hands on AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
Imagine what that would do for Christopher Daniels just to
be there.
just to have a stamp in WWE. Like, hey,
I think the main thing they want is if they do it, like, because I don't know if you've confirmed or denied what I just said. I don't know if you looked it up or not.
No,
we don't know. I'm guessing.
I'm looking up.
I'm guessing the main thing they want is him versus Samoa Joe versus Christopher Daniels, 2005 Destination X. Is it Destination X? Might have been Destination X. They're triple threat.
Well, so
the 5-star one.
They are
the best
vehemently.
match in TNA history.
Impact officials are saying that the meeting was not about selling the company or their videotapes, which is stupid.
Licensing them though, that's different.
Yeah, I would.
They've already have precedent with that with the broken stuff. So
and I think they've had some of AJ Styles.
Yeah,
stuff.
and WWE's not against licensing stuff. They did that with the CM Punk DVD with Ring of Honor. They did that with, I hate to bring it up, but the Chris Benoit DVD. They've had a bunch of New Japan matches.
Right.
Things like that.
Or
so
like CM Punk's ROH stuff.
That's what I just said.
Oh, okay.
Listen to the show.
I'm reading, trying to make sure I get all my facts
but
right.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like there's precedent for it, and with the Hardy Boys one, they had it. So I don't see why they wouldn't do that.
No, I gotcha.
It just wouldn't be on the network.
Well, fair point.
And that's why.
All right. Let's do
start from the bottom. So, for the SmackDown Women's Championship, we have Becky Lynch, the champion, versus the challenger, Charlotte Flair. Who do you got?
Becky Lynch. Roll up.
Yeah, Becky Lynch.
Yeah. I don't think you're going to see a lot of like title changes happen.
See, but I think they could do that, but then it would kind of take away.
I think you're only going to see one title change happen.
I think one title change too.
Yeah. And I think we're both thinking the same one.
Yeah. We have Asuka teaming up with Glow Naomi versus the Iconics.
What happened to Asuka?
I told you, dude. You didn't believe me. I bring it up every week. I'm like, you did not believe me, and I'm telling you.
She could have come back from it.
They're like, we can't book her because she's undefeated. But then once they get her undefeated, they book her like shit. I knew that was going to happen.
Iconics win.
Iconics win.
Asuka turns on Naomi.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what they're doing.
No, I think that you're thinking too much into it, and it's gonna be Naomi gets pinned, but Asuka loses.
So eventually, Asuka turns on Naomi. Is what you're. Okay.
I don't think that's gonna be. I think
I don't think the Iconics are gonna lose in Australia.
I think this match is literally designed so the Iconics can win.
They will.
It's not. They don't. You can literally put anybody on the other side.
The pop they get is going to be huge. All right.
Next, we have for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, we have the champions, The New Day, defending against The Bar.
New Day.
Yeah, New Day. Although it would be cool, but I think
no,
they've wrestled each other enough times.
And New Day just got those titles.
Right, exactly. Next, we have for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship, we have Cedric Alexander versus Buddy Murphy.
Buddy Murphy is winning that.
I'm going to say Cedric's going to keep it.
Really?
Yep.
So we are not thinking of the same one.
Nope. That was the one I was thinking of, but I changed my mind last minute.
Damn. ¿Por qué, hombre?
I think they're high on Cedric, and I think they're waiting for a real heel to take it off him. And I think getting Buddy Murphy just for the hometown pop is just going to be whatever.
I mean, Cedric could win it back.
No. Well, yeah, that's true, but I think it's all gearing towards Leo versus Cedric at WrestleMania. I think Cedric's going to hold it for a year to establish the title as being legit, even though it's kind of missing the point.
Gulak should take that title off of Cedric. That's ridiculous.
Buddy Murphy, from what I don't watch 205 Live every week, but I watch it every once in a while. He's kind of went down the card.
Yeah, no.
So giving him a title shot out of nowhere, I don't think he's going to win.
Yeah, he's dicking around with...
And it's Triple H booking, so he's not just going to do it.
Are we still live, Dom? Okay. All right, cool. No worries.
Next, we have a 6-woman tag team match. We have the Bellas teaming up with Rowdy Ronda Rousey versus the Riot Squad.
Well, if rumors are to be believed and Nikki Bella's taking on Ronda Rousey, I'm saying Riot Squad wins. Nikki Bella costs them the match somehow.
You're so fucking stoned, dude. No way Ronda Rousey's losing at all. Like, not even in a 6-man woman,
not
6-woman
even in a
tag.
6-man.
No, dude, they're winning, and then they're gonna be like, we're friends, and then like the next week on Raw, she's like, we're such good friends. You should put your title on the line in the biggest main event in the biggest women's evolution. And that's what it's gonna be. It's not gonna be an actual feud. It's gonna be,
God damn
I respect you, you respect me. Let's put on a match. There's not gonna be any beef.
Okay.
Guarantee it.
Kayfabe, what does Ronda Rousey have to respect?
They started the women's evolution.
No, they did
with
not.
a hashtag.
No, they didn't.
Hashtag give Divas a chance.
They helped promote it.
Which
but
the only reason, like, okay, I'm going to shoot myself in the foot by saying this, so stop me when I go too far.
Okay.
The only reason why that hashtag took off is because of AJ Lee.
AJ Lee may have started it.
Yeah. I think the give Divas a chance thing, those started by the Bellas, was really catapulted by Paige coming in and AJ Lee being champion.
I would give you this. I think
because I know you hate that I said that,
and I would lump Caitlyn into this because I think you have to. I would say AJ the feud between Caitlyn and AJ Lee definitely showed the potential of letting women tell like real feud stories.
Yeah.
Then AJ dropping the title to Paige and creating this real Raw moment did more. But honestly, and I mean this wholeheartedly, the entire time they were like the buzz around women's wrestling started was after WrestleMania 30 when AJ Lee lost the title and then fucked off for 8 or 9 months only to come back for WrestleMania 31 and then retired the next day. Mm-hmm. So as much as like AJ Lee may have helped start it, I don't think she has as much to do with the women's revolution as other people.
I don't think she had anything to do with the evolution. I think she had to do with the buzz around that
hashtag. I would agree, but I also would beg to argue, even though I'm not a huge fan of WWE's revisionist history surrounding the Bellas, I would say the Bellas had as much to do with it as AJ Lee.
Okay.
I just don't. My thing with the Bellas is I don't appreciate this revisionist. Like, oh my God, they're legends. They're veterans in the ring. Oh my God, it's like Macho Man Randy Savage came back, but this time it's the Bellas.
Yeah.
I'm like, slow your roll.
I think, but this is where we disagree. I think Bella's brought the eyes to the product, and AJ Lee and Paige made people actually care about the matches. And that's where the give Divas a Chance tag was about getting them from 2 minutes to 15.
And I guess I just don't think they did, because during that time the matches were still
I never said it did.
We're still like,
we all know that the Give Divas a Chance hashtag is also revisionist history.
Yeah,
it wasn't very popular.
No.
But
I
what
think
got it over was the Sasha Bailey match is what started the
Becky
Women's
Lynch,
Revolution.
Charlotte Flair,
Yeah.
Sasha Banks, and Bailey.
I'll say they had great matches. People were like, the future's going to be bright, whatever.
Yeah.
The evolution might happen. Bailey versus Sasha at Brooklyn is what literally started it.
No, I agree.
I think me personally, I think the beginning, the roots of it is the Becky Lynch versus
Sasha Banks match.
Sasha Banks
yeah,
match.
no, I agree.
But I think the start of people actually giving a damn about women's wrestling in WWE was Bailey versus Sasha.
Oh hell yeah, I completely
100%.
agree with that. And so I mean, like, not to bag on AJ Lee, but I think
she was just a bad time. She was at a bad time.
Yeah,
It was just
her and Caitlyn both.
yeah. She was also a little cutie pie.
So
who do you have? You have Riot Squad. You can't change your mind, man, just because I give you a good reason.
you didn't just give me a good reason. I'm changing my mind.
Fuck, dude.
I'm sorry.
I shouldn't have said anything.
No, you shouldn't have. Rousey.
God.
Rousey's gonna fucking murder, hopefully,
Yeah.
Liv Morgan.
Yeah. No, they're not gonna have them lose that close to them being the main event in fucking Australia.
Yeah, you're right. But they're
I didn't mean it like fucking Australia. I meant like it's not in the U.S.
Ronda Rousey's gonna break Liv Morgan's tiny little arm.
Probably.
Yeah. I'm just not crazy about Liv Morgan.
I love her.
I know you do.
She's awesome.
She's not.
She's pretty sweet.
She's not. I'm sorry. No.
Whatever, man. Whatever. I guess we just have different tastes.
She's
a little punk
no,
princess.
she's
I love
not
that
a punk
shit.
princess.
I love it.
She's like a Bratz doll.
So?
They come up to her and she just burps into the. It was. I'm just
God,
like,
man,
I'm just
we
not
just have different tastes.
clearly.
Man. God.
I'm not about it.
God, whatever.
I like actual trash, not.
That's fucked, dude. Next we got The Shield, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins versus the Dogs of War,
Shield.
Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, and Drew McIntyre.
Shield. Dolph eats the pin.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
You can't have the Shield lose that so close to coming back. It's their first match together since they've gotten together.
And Braun's not getting pinned, and they're probably they're pretty high on Drew.
I think they're
McIntyre.
pretty high on Drew too.
Mm-hmm.
And it sets up for them to get another shot at the tag title, setting up at whatever the next pay-per-view is.
Then Dolph loses, and we finally get Drew McIntyre out of tag team hell.
I don't know. I won't go that too far. And we have for the number one contenderships for the WWE Championship, Daniel Bryan versus The Miz.
Miz is winning that.
Miz is winning
through underhanded tactics.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or I could be totally wrong, and they could try.
I would love it because that would be more what I would want to see.
I'm sorry.
If I were booking it, I would have everything flipped.
That's just the wrong story to tell right now.
No,
if Daniel Bryan hadn't retired, then I'd be down for that story.
Yeah.
But since it's Daniel Bryan coming back from retirement, no, that can't be the fucking story.
I love that story though. It's such a great
you
story.
could tell that story next year. I'd be down for a Miz Daniel Bryan version of Rock and Stone Cold.
That would be cool. If after he wins at WrestleMania, he gets the championship, goes on a long reign or whatever, and then Miz hits rock bottom, becoming like a D-lister.
Yes.
And then he has to build himself back up by being a good wrestler.
Yes.
And then he's just constantly
WrestleMania 36,
That
Miz
could work.
Daniel Bryan.
I would love that.
2, Miz goes the distance, but Daniel Bryan still wins.
Yeah. No, I would say Miz win in that
Fuck
scenario.
Shit. All right, what's next?
We have Bobby Lashley and John Cena versus Elias and Kevin Owens.
God.
I think John Cena and Bobby Lashley win.
A question should be, how long is the match?
I'd give it, because it's number 2 from the top.
5 minutes.
I'd say 15.
15 minutes?
Yep.
Dude, that is a squash match.
It's John Cena, dude. And he doesn't wrestle much, and he's going to want to put on a classic. And it's John Cena, Kevin Owens.
Let me tell you something. John Cena comes in and just does his job. So I'll give that 10 minutes at the most.
I'm going to say 15.
Okay. But John Cena and Bobby Lashley win.
Yeah.
All right.
Easy. Probably with John Cena giving Elias an
No, he hits him with the Shanghai fist.
Oh, the Shanghai fist, right? The 6.
I like it. I like it.
Whatever. It was just
everyone immediately got really upset, and it was like
because everybody thought he was gonna do something cool. He just did a back fist.
He just punched him in the head. It was great.
Like,
I loved
cool, dude.
All right, what's next?
And the main event.
Main event.
At least according to this, Triple H versus The Undertaker.
I think this is the one where we split.
Triple H wins.
Undertaker.
All right. Cool.
Actually, no. You know what?
No, we have to disagree on something, or else it's gonna come down to one fucking match.
It's a no contest.
No, dude. Triple H gets the win, cheeky heel, because he's the best heel ever.
It's a no contest. I'm telling you, man.
All right. Can we pick that as a choice?
I'm going to.
All right, cool. I'm gonna say Triple H
All
wins.
right,
Not in the main event.
So it's down to those two. All right. All right, guys. I think that's good. I think an hour today. It's hot.
We'll call it easy.
It's hot. Slow wrestling news week.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Can we get that outro stuff going? Thank you, Dom. Dom's the producer. We forgot to thank him. We forgot to thank Dom. Good job, Dom. Thanks, Dom. We're the best. Cool. We're the best wrestling podcast on Color Circuit and the best podcast on Color Circuit.
Oh, throwing shade.
Oh, yeah. All right. We're the best around. Nothing's ever going to keep us down. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in and watching Sit Down and Piledrive on Color Circuit. We got a whole bunch of websites for you to check out. We've got Instagram. We've got Twitter. We got Facebook. We got Discord, wherever the fuck that is. Check us out on twitch.tv/Color Circuit Live. Check us out. When is the next time? Ludum Tempest on Friday is going to be on Twitch because that's the next time we're on Twitch. Check us out Thursday for Screen Source, the film and television podcast. We got a whole bunch of other stuff for you. We got tabletop RPG shows, video game shows. But you tuned in on Monday. Today, the wrestling podcast version. Follow me on Twitter at ConnorIsAJerk1 because I'm Connor. I'm a jerk, but someone was Connor and a jerk before I could be.
Which is so, like, pedantic. Like, it's so freaking, like, apropos, if you will. Like, it's so, like, perfect to that phrase.
Yeah.
He's like, Connor is a jerk. Well, he took my only one.
Yeah, he took it.
Totally works.
Took it from me.
And I think he deserves that
Hey,
neutral.
he beat me to it, you know.
Yeah.
And he's a real jerk.
Yeah.
Also, follow me on Instagram at ConnorIsAJerk because I got there first. Where can we find you?
You can follow me on Twitter at Griff Grizzly, or you can follow me on Instagram as Grizzly Griff. Capital G's. You can check out my band Saint Wolf if you want.
Yeah.
ST.Wolf or Saint Wolf Music on Twitter if you like folk music. Yeah, that's all I really got.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to Sit Down and Piledrive. Everybody have a good night.